Welcome to part 1 of our Oscar Best Picture Challenge. Can you guess all the winners from just one frame each? We'll go all the way from the very first Academy Awards in 1929 up to the early 1970s. Test your movie knowledge, take your best guesses, and keep track of your score. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's begin our journey through film history. Wings was the very first film to win Best Picture, and it amazed audiences with groundbreaking aerial battle scenes filmed in the 1920s. The Broadway melody stood out as one of the first sound musicals, giving audiences a taste of the talkies that would take over cinema. All Quiet on the Western Front delivered a powerful anti-war message that still resonates nearly a century later. Cimarron became the first Western to win Best Picture, and it stayed the only one until the 1990s. Grand Hotel remains the only Best Picture winner that didn't receive a single other Oscar nomination. Cavalcade told the story of a British family through major historical events, and became an early example of sweeping historical drama. It Happened One Night became the first film to win the Big Five Oscars: Best Picture, Director, Actor, Actress, and Screenplay. Mutiny on the Bounty told the legendary story of rebellion at sea, and starred Charles Laughton and Clark Gable in unforgettable roles. The Great Ziegfeld dazzled with lavish musical numbers and extravagant set designs, a true showbiz spectacle. The Life of Émile Zola became the first biopic to win Best Picture, focusing on the famous French writer and his role in the Dreyfus Affair. You Can't Take It With You, directed by Frank Capra, delivered laughs and heartwarming moments during the tough years of the Great Depression. Gone with the Wind broke box office records and became a cultural landmark, and it still holds the title of highest-grossing film when adjusted for inflation. Rebecca, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, is his only film to win Best Picture, even though he never won Best Director. How Green Was My Valley is remembered for controversially beating Citizen Kane, which later became known as the greatest film ever made. Mrs. Miniver boosted morale during World War II and was even praised by Winston Churchill for its impact on the Allied cause. Casablanca, with its unforgettable quotes and romance, became one of the most beloved films in cinema history. Going My Way starred Bing Crosby as a singing priest, and became a massive box office and awards hit. The Lost Weekend gave a harrowing look at alcoholism, and shocked audiences with its raw, honest portrayal. The Best Years of Our Lives told the emotional story of American veterans returning home after World War II. Gentleman's Agreement tackled anti-Semitism in post-war America, a bold choice for Hollywood in 1947. Hamlet made Laurence Olivier the first actor-director to win Best Picture, and it was the first non-American film to win the top award. All the King's Men portrayed the rise and fall of a populist politician, inspired by the real-life story of Huey Long. All About Eve earned a record 14 Oscar nominations and featured one of Bette Davis's most iconic performances. An American in Paris dazzled with color, dance, and Gershwin music, capped by a nearly 20-minute ballet sequence. The Greatest Show on Earth, a circus epic, won in a controversial year when many expected High Noon or The Quiet Man to take the prize. From Here to Eternity featured the famous beach kiss and tackled military life just before the attack on Pearl Harbor. On the Waterfront featured Marlon Brando's legendary I Could Have Been a Contender scene, and won 8 Oscars. Marty proved small stories can win big. It's still the shortest Best Picture winner ever at just 90 minutes. Around the World in 80 Days was a colorful globe-trotting adventure that featured dozens of celebrity cameos. The Bridge on the River Kwai showcased Alec Guinness in an unforgettable role, and a haunting ending that still stirs debate. Gigi, a musical set in Paris, swept 9 Oscars and captured the charm of early 20th century French society. Ben-Hur smashed records with 11 Oscar wins, a number only tied decades later by Titanic and Return of the King. The Apartment, directed by Billy Wilder, was a sharp, bittersweet comedy that challenged 1960s social norms. West Side Story transformed Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet into a vibrant, tragic musical in New York City. Lawrence of Arabia stunned audiences with epic desert cinematography and Peter O'Toole's unforgettable performance. Tom Jones brought 18th century mischief to life, and won in a year when the British New Wave was making waves in Hollywood. My Fair Lady turned a Broadway classic into a lavish film musical, with Audrey Hepburn's elegance lighting up the screen. The Sound of Music became one of the most beloved musicals ever, and it helped save 20th Century Fox from financial ruin. Man for All Seasons told the story of Sir Thomas More and his refusal to betray his conscience under pressure from King Henry VIII. In the Heat of the Night tackled racial tensions in the American South and featured the iconic line, "They call me Mr. Tibbs." Oliver brought Charles Dickens's orphan boy to life with music, dance, and a show-stopping performance by a very young cast. Midnight Cowboy was the first and only X-rated film to win Best Picture, though its rating was later downgraded to R. Patton opened with one of the most iconic monologues in film history, with George C. Scott refusing to accept his Oscar win. The French Connection thrilled audiences with its intense car chases, and was based on a real New York drug bust. The Godfather changed cinema forever, blending crime, family, and honor in one of the most influential films of all time. The Sting reunited Paul Newman and Robert Redford for a clever con artist caper, set to the ragtime tunes of Scott Joplin. How many Best Picture winners did you recognize just from a single frame? Let us know your score in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to support the channel. Part 2 is coming very soon, where we'll pick up right where we left off and complete the journey through Oscar history. See you there!